the first thing that I wanted to say is that I think that you're one of the few poets who manages to maintain an extraordinarily high level of cerebral awareness and not to be frightened of the cerebral consciousness and not to somehow shun it. I mean, in the way that someone like Wordsworth says, we murder to dissect our mumbling intellects. And particularly nowadays, poets and artists tend to be very mistrustful of a certain form of cerebral awareness. And I wondered if you could say something about that, how you've managed to weld the two, or perhaps why you're not frightened or wary.
Well, I am frightened also for the obscure, the dark part of our mind,
Yes.
for the passional part, for the unconscious.
Yes.
As I am afraid also of pure reason. No?
Yes.
I think that the great problem of our time and of our civilization has been this dissociation of reason and the unconscious self. No?
Yes.
And I think the great tradition of poetry in Western civilization has been to try to unite it. No?
Yes.
Well, you cannot unite something. For instance, Wordsworth. As a matter of fact, he has some ideas, very clear ideas about what to do, but he didn't want to discuss them, no?
Yes.
Coleridge wanted to discuss them. Perhaps Coleridge was strategical because he dissolved his poetry. Perhaps, we don't know, if the mind destroyed the poetical drive.
Yes.
I don't believe really, no? I believe great poetry can be in some way united with good thinking.
Yes.
After all, the great model is Dante. Dante was a great thinker and a great poet.
Yes.
And in a more modest way, in our century, I think Eliot has done it.
Yes.
And some others, French poet Valéry,
Yes.
and some other poets have tried to have done it.
Yes. Yes.
And then I don't think I think we should. I mean, reason has limitations, no? But we must arrive to the limits.
Arrive to the limits.
To the limits. To transcend the limitations.
Yes. Yes. So in a sense, being do you find that the fact that you're Mexican and that you live in Mexico affects this in any particular way? I mean, is there a...
No, I think there are families of spirits, as the French says, no?
Yes.
Family de spring, I don't know how to say. They are in my case, I think since I was adolescent, I was very much interested, more in poetry, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
But then I was interested also in thinking, and I think they were not contradictory. As a matter of fact, it's very strange because I have spent a grand part of my life trying to prove the limits of rationalism. I am not a great person of rationalism, no?
Yes.
Of pure reason.
Yes.
But on the other hand, yes, in some way, I know that I have used too much reason to prove that we are not rational.